What's up, Financial Futures family? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Chase, and I have to tell you, I've been thinking a lot about sand lately. No, I haven't taken up a bizarre new hobby. I've been thinking about ancient sand, the kind that swirled through the streets of a city so wealthy its name is still synonymous with opulence. Babylon, the city of hanging gardens, towering walls, and the first ever recorded millionaires. Now, here's the wild thing. They didn't have apps. They didn't have blockchain or robo-advisors. They traded in barley and dates and blocks of stone. And yet, the financial principles they discovered are identical to the ones that build fortunes today. It's like they found the source code for wealth creation, carved it on clay tablets, and we kind of forgot where we put the tablets. So today, we're dusting off those tablets. We're diving into the timeless wisdom of The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. And I'm not just going to summarize it, we're going to breathe life into it. We're going to meet Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, and his frustrated friends, Bansir and Kabi. And by the end of our time today, you're going to have not just knowledge, but a blueprint that works whether you're earning digital currency or literally shearing sheep for a living. So, get comfy. Let's time travel. Picture it. Bansir, a skilled chariot builder, sitting on a low wall, staring at his calloused hands. His friend Kabi joins him. They're both talented, hard-working guys, but their purses? Empty. As Bansir says, they are slaves in robes of freedom. Whew, that line hits me every time. They work for money, but it slips through their fingers like sand. They see others prosper, living in fine houses, while they feel stuck. So they do the smartest thing you can do when you're lost. They go ask for directions from their now ridiculously successful childhood friend, Arkad. Arkad welcomes them and shares his story. He wasn't born rich, he was a scribe. His first big break was getting advice from a wealthy moneylender named Algamish. And Algamish gave him what I call the first law of the financial universe. It's simple, it's profound, and most of us violate it every single day. Arkad, eager to learn, had offered to work for free copying laws. Algamish said no. He said, "I will pay you in advice." And the advice was this: a part of all you earn is yours to keep. Seems obvious, right? But Algamish drills down. He asks Arkad, "You pay the clothes maker, the sandal maker, the food merchant, but do you pay yourself?" Arkad is stunned. He never had. He paid everyone else first and saved what was left, which was usually nothing. So Algamish commands him, "For every 10 coins you place in your purse, take out for use but 9. Family, this is the genesis of everything. This is rule number 1 from Babylon. Start thy purse to fattening, or as we say now, pay yourself first. Not what's left over. First, before the Netflix subscription, before the extra coffee, before the impulsive online cart. Your future self is the most important creditor you have. You wouldn't stiff the bank. Don't stiff your future. Arkad does this. He saves 1 out of every 10 copper pieces he earns. And guess what? He doesn't starve. He barely notices the difference in his lifestyle. But his purse begins to change. It has weight. It has a presence. This is the moment the mental shift happens. You stop being a consumer who saves occasionally, and you become a wealth builder who spends selectively. Massive difference. So now Arkad has a growing purse. He's feeling pretty good. He goes back to Algamish, who looks at his savings and says, "Good, now what?" Arkad doesn't understand. "I guarded it diligently, even hid it." And Algamish, who I picture with a kind but exasperated smile, says, "Gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of wise men." Or, rule number 2, put thy gold to labor. Gold in a jar is safe, but it's lazy. It's not a worker, it's a couch potato. It needs a job. It needs to go out into the world and earn more money. It's children. This is the principle of investing. Your money must work for you as hard as you worked for it.
Arkad learns this the hard way by making a terrible investment with a brickmaker who promised jewel returns. He loses everything. It's a brutal lesson, but here's the humanity, the relatability. Even the richest man in Babylon started by getting scammed. He didn't get wise without getting burned. This is why we start small. We learn. We seek advice from those who have proven track records, the wise men and women.
But Algamish gives him the final crucial piece. Rule number 3, guard thy treasures from loss. This isn't about hiding it, it's about principal protection. The first rule of investing is, don't lose the money. Only invest in what you understand. Get guarantees. Be skeptical of too good to be true returns. That brickmaker promised jewels from a brick factory. The math didn't add up. So let's synthesize this for modern times. This is your Babylonian Wealth Starter Pack. 1. The 10% Covenant. Automated. The moment income hits your account, 10% gets whisked away to a savings or investment account you don't touch. This is your future self tax. Make it invisible. 2. Budget with the 90%. You live on the 90%, and you know what? You'll be amazed at how creative and resourceful you become. You'll prioritize. That's the secret superpower of this rule. It forces intentionality. 3. Make your money a hard worker. That 10% you save, don't let it nap. Once you have a small emergency buffer, it's time to put it to work in a simple, low-cost index fund, a field that grows steadily, or in educating yourself for a higher income. That's the ultimate return on investment. 4. The advisor rule. Never take investment advice from someone selling bricks who's promising jewels. Seek fiduciary advisors, study proven strategies, and never invest in something you can't explain in one simple sentence. Arkad shares more wisdom, like ensuring a future income with insurance. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment, increasing your ability to earn. Increase thy ability to earn, and ensuring a long-term income. Ensure a future income. But it all springs from those first 3 rules. Here's the metaphor that changed my thinking. Your financial life is like building one of Babylon's great walls. You don't start with the grand, imposing towers. You start by laying one brick, one saved coin, one smart choice, then another and another. The 10% rule is your brick. Consistency is your mortar. Each brick seems small, insignificant on its own, but you show up day after day, payday after payday, and lay that brick. And one day, you look up, and you're standing behind a wall so strong, it can keep out any siege life throws at you. Job loss, unexpected repairs. Bansir and Kabi left Arkad's house not with a handout, but with a method, a law of physics for money. And the book says that years later, they too were welcomed into the circle of wealthy men. So, my question for you is this: what's your first brick? Is it automating that 10% transfer today? Is it auditing one subscription you don't use? Is it reading one article on index funds? That's your action, not tomorrow, today. The sand of Babylon holds the footprints of everyone who has ever built lasting wealth. They all walk the same path. Pay yourself first. Put that money to work. Protect it. Rinse and repeat for a lifetime. You are not Bansir on that wall, staring at empty hands. You are Arkad in the making. You have the code. Now go run the program. That's our show for today. Thank you for spending your time with me. If this resonated with you, share it with one friend who needs to hear it. Let's build a community of wealth builders, one brick at a time. I'm Chase, reminding you that your financial future isn't found in luck or secrets. It's built on ancient laws, applied with modern consistency. Until next time, stay curious, stay intentional, and keep building.